Hello.
So cool. They must be from California.
It's gonna be all right, mate. Just speak in short, admiring sentences.
Hello. Now that is punk.
Do more punk to me.
How do you talk to girls at parties? The easiest thing to do is to say that you're gay, because a woman will relax immediately. But it might be a lie, and a woman doesn't like to be lied to. So, telling the truth is the best way to talk to girls at parties, and boys, and everybody else.
Punk. It's a way of life. It's like anarchy.
Let's get ready at the after party.
You know, punk is important to me, and it's also something that's hard to define. You know, it's like queer, it's hard to define. Obscenity is hard to define, you know, which makes them last longer, I think, when you can't really define them. People try really hard to say that's punk, that's not punk, you know, that's queer, that's not queer, but their very nature defies definition, which kind of keeps it alive.
What is punk, Boadicea?
Smash the oppressor, tell the truth, being original, blah, blah, blah. I'm boring myself now. Evolve or die love.
The character of Boadicea, I didn't think of Nicole Kidman right away. She was a Vivienne Westwood kind of manquée, and when we were going through people in our mind, we were like, oh, Tilda Swinton's great, you know, it's like, but then we thought, Nicole, who I work with on Rabbit Hole, hasn't done a role like this. I bet she'd be into it. And I sent it to her, and she immediately was like, let's do it. Let's do it. And she said, John, this is probably the role that you would want to play. So when we rehearsed, she said, you just say the lines and I'll copy you. So that was our rehearsal process.
When do you have to be back?
48 hours.
What are you bringing over for?
I slept at his house, and we engaged in incomplete sexual activity.
Elle Fanning is a delightful ray of light, alien, joyful being who's going to be one of our great screen actresses. She started when she was 4, and she's like a child veteran who has more talent in one finger than most movie stars. She's just fantastic to work with, a great editor of her own work. She's great from take one. I love her.
We like to dance, we like to fall in love. We may have mucked this planet up royally, but at least we're alive!
Thought it would be bigger, more colorful somehow.
In effect, you know, a simple Romeo and Juliet love story with a fairy tale, a punk fairy tale. All of my films are fairy tales, though.
But it's a good world.